Welcome back, Sack here. A lot of people are asking for me to do a video about why Calvin Johnson retired yesterday, March 8th. If you missed my prior video, I put one out after he announced that he was retiring. I showed the syncs with him, the Denver Broncos, and the retirement of Barry Sanders after the Broncos won Super Bowl 33. Calvin Johnson is now officially retired after the Broncos have won Super Bowl 50. In case you missed that last video, let me fill you in on some important points. So he retired yesterday, March 8th, which is written as 8/3 or 3/8, depending on what part of the world you are in. Some countries, day before month. Here in the United States, month before day. Remember, football in gematria equals 83. In the NFL, they say the best draft class ever was the class of 83, which John Elway was a part of. If you missed my work prior to the Super Bowl, I said Broncos would win, Von Miller would be MVP, there would be a Black Panther tribute. I predicted all of this by understanding this numerological code that the powers that be operate by. And when I say the powers that be, I mean the Freemasons, the Zionists, the people who control media, government, sports leagues. So, anyhow, he retires on March 8th, this day that coincides with football. He also announced that he was going to retire on January 31st. He retired March 8th, exactly 38 days later, spacing of 38 days. 38, the reflection of 83, the football number. Who just won the Super Bowl? Colorado did. Colorado's the 38th state. Colorado in Pythagorean gematria equals 38. Colorado in simple English gematria equals 83. The winners of Super Bowl 50, the golden anniversary. What's interesting is the date he retired on, March 8th, is the 68th day of the year. That corresponds with the gematria of Denver, who just won the Super Bowl. And even though Calvin Johnson didn't play for the Broncos, didn't play his college ball in Colorado, I still think his retirement is part of the ritual of the Broncos winning, part of the larger NFL. With regards to the number he wore, 81, gold in Jewish gematria equals 81, gold in simple English gematria equals 38. Again, this was the golden anniversary of the Super Bowl. This year's Super Bowl winner got a gold 5 and a gold 0. They each weighed 33 pounds, meaning a combined weight of 66 pounds. The first Super Bowl at the end of the 66th season. NFL in Jewish gematria equals 66. Get this 8:05 tweet from Bleacher Report. Calvin Johnson, born in the year 85. National Football League in gematria equals 85. Prior to the Super Bowl, I was talking about how the college championship, which ended with a sum of 85 points, was a tribute to the upcoming Super Bowl and a tribute to the 85 Bears. I don't know if you've heard Obama congratulate the Denver Broncos, but he compared them to the 85 Bears in his congratulations video, which made me laugh. He also went on Stephen Colbert and talked about how he knew who was going to win a week in advance. And of course he did. It was all rigged. Just like I said back in October, the Broncos would win. His retirement also comes the day before the March 9th NFL free agency deadline. Megatron in gematria equals 39. Could be a coincidence there. Day before the 3/9 deadline. With regards to all the 83 for Megatron, him retiring on March 8th, football equaling 83, he finished his career with 83 touchdowns. How fitting. The number of football. And likely part of the reason he was made to retire. As someone who hates the rigging of pro sports but loves sports at the same time, I'm aware that when Calvin Johnson came into the league, it was the same year that Patrick Willis, the linebacker for the 49ers, came into the league. Calvin Johnson, a top prospect in the draft. Patrick Willis, a top prospect in the draft. Last year at this time, Patrick Willis also unexpectedly retired. Somehow I think there's some parallel there. Both of these men retiring early, both possible future Hall of Famers. We'll see. They didn't win any Super Bowls, but they were great in their time in the league. But, you know, that's pretty much the brunt of it, Truth Seeker. This is why he has chosen to retire at this moment. Talked about the reason for Marshawn Lynch's retirement announcement during the Super Bowl. There's rumors now that he's not going to retire. With regards to the gold thing, I also talked about the connection between Denver and California with gold and how the numbers sync up with Megatron. You had the death of the longtime Nugget just days before the Super Bowl. Kenny Stills, who invented the jump shot, got a video on that. In the description, I'm going to link this video, the video I did after his January 31st announcement. I talk about Barry Sanders' retirement by the numbers as well for anyone who's interested. But that's pretty much for this topic. Until next time, Truth Seeker.